South Africa emerged from a temporary recession in August, so this data was eagerly anticipated by economists, but it did come in above the 4.9% consensus view of economists polled locally.
It's bad news for the embattled consumer because we're seeing inflation increase, and inflation is like a tax on people. And essentially, inflation has gone from 4.8 to 5.1, and mainly due to the rental increases and the petrol increases.
And also transport. Not only the fuel component was expected to go up, but there are other paraphernalia things that they get to survey in September, including taxi fares. That too contributed quite a bit to CPI. That's why it has become bigger than what was expected at 4.9%.
While the data came in higher, there was some good news.
In spite of that, I think it is actually good news that food prices continue to decelerate. They actually decelerated from 5.7% in August down to 5.5% in September.
However, looking ahead, there are some anxieties.
There are a number of upside risks to the inflation outlook, and many of these the South African Reserve Bank has noted. One of these is that the rand remains volatile, so there is a possibility of some imported inflation coming our way.
And if that wasn't enough of a concern, there's another statistic which may show that the country is moving towards a recessionary environment.
One of the things that we're watching in South Africa is the take-home pay, and this may just be one of the things that knocks take-home pay back into either neutral or negative territory.
But there could be a surprise on interest rates, as inflation is expected by some analysts to drop closer to 4% in the next couple of months.
It leaves room for the SARB to continue on its dovish tone. They could reduce interest rates cumulatively by another 75 basis points.
The inflation data released today is definitely not good news for the consumers or the economy. I'm Angelo Coppola for CGTN in Rosebank, South Africa.